And I'm not sure how good the audio is going to be as I'm wearing the respirator, but this is the basement. We do have some stuff in here, but most of it is stuff that's either cleanable or will be thrown away. And temporary workstation. Unfortunately, as we walk in, you can see that these little flakes on the ground, which is vermiculite, which is highly known to have asbestos in it. But as well, as you can see throughout the basement, you can actually see up until above in a lot of the areas where we've had demo work done. And you can see a lot of the black staining there. All that black staining is mold. And as you walk in here, you can see that the ceiling was cut out. With all the black mold that is showing on the exterior walls, we had to start cutting back to see how much further in the mold came into the bulk of the house. In that process of having the ceilings cut, the contractor we hired cut too far and actually ended up dumping all of the potential asbestos containing vermiculite into the remainder of the house. And as you can see here, there are some piles swept up. And up above is the attic area that you can see. I'm going to go through the closet. And a lot of black mold in this room. This was going to be our daughter's room. This is the living room. And this is the leftover of the demo that was not completed and removed from the house before we fired the contractor after the vermiculite was dumped into the house a second time. You can see over there more black mold. It was very heavy in this room as well. This was the bathroom, which we found more mold in here and had to completely gut. And removed all the hardware for the most part, all the larger pieces. Black mold throughout. The whole ceilings would have been removed. From the closet to get into the old master bedroom, which you can see there's more black mold. We actually had this wall taken care of for mold, which is where we found the initial issue, which you can sort of see underneath here is that the original flooring is no longer there. This is how we initially found the mold, was on this flooring. And we thought the source of that was this wall. Unfortunately, as we kept going and going, we found much more than we bargained for. And while we're here, we'll do a quick head check into the attic. Not much you can see at this point, but you can definitely see the piles of vermiculite, the large amounts of fiberglass insulation that was brought in. Some was here pre-existing but needed a lot more. which was bought and placed in, and then unfortunately all the hard work to keep the vermiculite out of the lower level of the house was ruined. So the plan of insulating the attic did not come through. Generally, I don't like to spend too much time in the house, as I have started to have some respiratory issues that seem to be related to the mold. And anytime I interact with mold, I tend to get a little winded, so I don't want to go too much further into here. A little tour of the out back. A little bit of work was going to be needed up there, not a big deal. The yard's not big, but nice deck, which is actually in good shape. It's power washed, looks good, but yeah.